And
Well, Steve was with us at that round table.
yeah, you were
And
there.
the things that Rick
Well, of
said.
course, we hope that it doesn't come to violence, but we're having a cultural civil war, that's
Yes,
for sure.
we sure are.
And, you know, in a bygone era, they would settle their grievances with a gun or shot or duels. Remember that?
Sure.
Now we don't kill that way. What we kill is their reputation.
Yep.
We file a lawsuit.
Yes.
You know, people that say something wrong on social media, they try to destroy people.
Yes.
That's how we kill people today.
Look how
and it's
many-
already going on.
So many people that went through this Mueller situation. There were so many that they lost everything. You know, I mean, we could go on, we could get into that, you know, heavy, but I mean, it's heartbreaking.
You know, I was with Jerome Corsi at a meeting a month or two ago, and he was one of the ones that was dragged into this.
Yes.
And what they were getting him on is they asked him about emails from several years ago, and he told them what he remembered, which when they produced the emails was slightly wrong. So he amended his statement. You know what? I can't remember emails I wrote yesterday.
Right,
You know, let
exactly.
alone a couple of years ago. But I admire him because he said even if he had to go to prison, he was not going to back down and plead guilty to something that he didn't purposefully do wrong. And even when you look at it and the things that they charge on, a lot of them, you know, they are against the law, but they seem to be pretty nickel and dime compared to some of the things that Hillary Clinton did and how obstruction was, how justice was obstructed in the Department of Justice and the FBI. And I hope that the Department of Justice and the White House will and the Senate committees and the others that have responsibility will now hold the other side accountable, because that's really where a lot of the corruption was.
Yeah.
Right.
But while the Mueller probe was going on, it was like their hands were tied. And I hope that justice will prevail. We do not want a culture where the highest law enforcement agencies in the land are politicized and used against their opponents.
That's right.
I mean, that's what they do in some of these banana republics,
Exactly.
not in the United States of America.
That's right.
And so I'm just thankful that we've got leaders like Lindsey Graham and a
Yes.
couple of other,
Yes.
and you know, several others.
And we need to be praying for them and praying for the Supreme Court and praying for our president and praying for our vice president and praying for our Secretary of State. We need to pray for them every single day. I think the person who really got that into my spirit was Billy Brim. She sat on this stage just so many times and she just names their names out and prays for them every day. And I challenge you, you know, to be reminded to pray every single day for wisdom for them, for protection for them, and that this country we can go
And we need to
forward.
pray for our enemies. Of course, Jesus
Always.
told us to, and people that we consider enemies, even though we
Yes.
don't know them.
Right.
But
That's
we
good,
need to pray
Steve.
that their eyes are opened.
Yes.
That they have a change of opinion.
Yes.
You know, I mean, even Donald Trump at one time was a liberal.
That's right.
That's right.
And
That's
he
right.
kind of came around through a variety
Right.
of things, and there's lots of examples like that.
Yeah.
And we need to pray for our enemies and pray that this terrible division in our country along kind of class lines, racial lines, political lines will be erased, and Christians can take the lead.
Absolutely.